Good afternoon, Your Excellencies. May it please this Honorable Court, I am Speaker 2 appearing on behalf of the defense in the present case of the prosecutor versus Alex Chamberlain. Your Honors, I will be delivering the opening statement and conducting the examinations in chief, and my co-speaker would be delivering the closing statement and doing the cross-examination of the witnesses. Your Honors, may I proceed with my opening statements? Your Honors, in a criminal case, the burden of proof is on the prosecution to prove beyond reasonable doubt that the accused is liable of all the charges, all the crimes that have been charged. Your Honors, from the defense, we do not have to prove anything. On the contrary, the prosecution has to prove to you that the accused is guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Your Honors, the issue in this case is whether Mr. Alex Chamberlain was justified in defending the nation on the dawn of January 23rd, 2016. Your Honors, Mr. Alex Chamberlain, the counsel for the defense is going to prove in the course of the trial that Mr. Alex Chamberlain is not liable for the crimes that he has been charged against, and that the liability rests with the Galadorian government, and that the acts committed were in pursuance of self-defense and under explicit state orders, under explicit superior orders. Your Honors, if I may focus Your Excellency's attention towards the incident that ensued on the morning of January 23rd, 2016. Your Honors, on that day, the Belltown people breached the border security of Galador. They entered the waters of Galador on a ship without authorization with a Perosian flag. Your Honors, it's pertinent to note that Perosia had infiltrated the critical infrastructure of Galador, and hence Galador had the apprehension that Perosian forces could conduct hostilities towards them. Your Honors, in such circumstances, the Galadorian government gave the orders on the morning of 23rd January 2016 to the accused in this case to intercept and contain the ship. Your Honors, the accused did not have any say in these orders. He simply followed what he was told. And henceforth, the 20 operatives who intercepted the ship were simply protecting the security of Galador and protecting the security of the hundreds and thousands of people who lived on the coast of Galador. Your Honors, it has been held by the ICTY in the case of the prosecutor versus Blaskik that persons openly carrying arms cannot be considered civilians. Your Honors, in this case, the persons on board the vessel Goliath shot at the SFC forces first, Your Honors. They initiated hostilities. Your Honors, further, this court has held in the case of Jean-Pierre Bemba Gombo that in case for an act to be considered as an attack, the primary object of the attack must be a civilian population. Your Honors, in this case, the Belltown population was an incidental object of the attack and not the primary object of the attack. The primary object were the people who had initiated the hostilities, who had fired at our vessels. Your Honors, therefore, our submission is that the whole case is simply a case of self-defense and state responsibility. Your Honors, may I...
Can it not be said that there were multiple repeated instances of harm?
Your Honors, there was a single isolated act committed on the ship Goliath on the morning of 23rd January 2016. There weren't multiple commission of acts. And Your Honors, I'm going to address this in my submissions. Your Honors, may I move forward with my submissions? Your Honors, my first submission is that the accused cannot be held liable for the crime against humanity of murder as the basic SHAPU elements are not being satisfied. There is no organizational policy. There is no state policy. There is no widespread or systematic attack. And most importantly, Your Honor, Mr. Alex Chamberlain was not aware of this link between his act and the attack. Your Honors, during the course of the trial, we shall try to prove to you that Regulation 55, invoked by the legal representatives of the victims in this case, is not maintainable because, Your Honors, the Regulation 55 has been invoked to include charges of Article 8 of war crimes. But, Your Honors, we are going to prove to you that the basic elements of Article 8 under war crimes, that is, an armed conflict and the awareness of the accused about the armed conflict, cannot be established. Your Honors, with respect to armed conflict, it was held by the ICTY in the case of the prosecutor versus Tadish. An international armed conflict exists whenever there is resort to armed forces.
I'm sorry, your time is up.
Your Honors, may I just move forward? May I just state my next two submissions?
No, thank you. You'll have time at the end of the presentation. Thank you.
Much obliged, Your Honors.